Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Baldr Sky, Dive 1. So it's been a week since I last played this. It's been a week since I recorded anything really. So after I made the post and finished up the first, I guess, route that we did for Baldr Sky, which is range route, I basically just took a break for a week. I was mostly just, doing my typical routine, going to the gym, and meeting up more friends. I've been meeting up more of my really old friends lately. Like, I'm talking about friends that I haven't seen in 10 years, maybe even longer. And even some that I know from, like, grade school. Like, the one that I meet recently, like, he was so different compared to how I saw him last time, which was, I guess, 15 years ago. But he's 120 kilograms now. So he's like super heavy. Kind of crazy to think. When I first saw him, I'm like, whoa, this is you? You don't look like the same person that I knew. But yeah. Just, oh, what the hell? I don't know what happened there. I guess my controller kind of glitched out for a bit. But yeah. I'm also already like booking my schedule for the dentist. My wisdom tooth is going to be removed on the 3rd of May. Right now it's the 28th. So probably in about a week, right? And I don't know whether or not it's going to hurt a lot after I got my tooth removed. If it is going to hurt a lot, I'm probably not going to be recording for a while. My dentist said that after the tooth removal, it would take about 2 weeks until my stitches has to be removed again. I think that's what she said anyway. I've never done this sort of surgery, so I'm just gonna do what she recommends, right? And yeah, lastly, it's been a pretty tough day for my sister. There's like this really insane scam, guys. My family usually doesn't fall for these sort of scams, but my sister got scammed because basically the scammer was spoofing their text message with the original bank account from their system or whatever. And they were just my sister got scammed out of like 3 grand because of that. The crazy thing is that they can't do anything, even though clearly the one that caused the problem in the first place was because the guys in the bank, was it was their infrastructure that got, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't, for the life of me, I can't find the words I'm looking for. But it was their security that got compromised, right? There we go, compromised. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to think that, that sort of thing is happening right now. Scammers nowadays are pretty insane, man. So don't click on random links, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Really crazy. But yeah, talking about the last episode recap, there's really just not much that I have to say. So because on the last episode, I was literally just doing a very short episode, doing the epilogue for Rain, right? So turns out that after the 8th scene, we got saved up by Noi. She was listening to what we were talking about because Rain was tinkering with her robot thing so that she was able to hear whatever the hell we were doing, right? And yeah, Noi saved us. We basically become travelers, and I guess we just enjoy the rest of our times like that. I forgot whether or not we were still trying to find people from the Drexler Institute or whatever, because we never really found those guys, right, in the Rain route. But yeah, not really much to say about the epilogue. I personally don't really like Rain, so I didn't really feel any attachment towards it. But this time, we're gonna try to get to another route, which is, this is a clear save file route right here. Yeah, shut up, girl. How do I skip? Skip mode, jump to either the next choice or setup menu. Okay. Can't be used near battle scenes. This is a battle scene? Okay. This is the battle scene. Okay, so I can't skip through the battle scenes as in even the tutorial battle scenes. Okay, I get it. Equipment sets. What is this even? Oh, this is basically the... Okay, okay. This is the loadout that you can save and load. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like that. The equipment set feature allows you to configure weapons into groups that you can swap out at will. You can use this to group different attack types like long-range weapons, short-range weapons, or just grouping up your favorites. By default, if you move the cursor to the left in the equipment menu, you'll bring up the equipment sets. When your equipment is changed, the sets are modified accordingly. You can switch out your equipment sets by clicking the relevant button. You can also change the name of an equipment set by pressing the C button or the middle mouse button. Okay, we got an arm shot, tackle, impact rod. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. Boosted kick, heal drive, scythe. And one thing that I want to change though, I want to change the difficulty to actually hard mode. Because we did finish up one... Where is it? There we go. We did finish up one route. So that's why I want to change it to hard mode. Reduce sound effects during battle dialogue? Sure. Only play voices during battle dialogue. Okay. Let me take a look at any other plugins that we have. 150% to damage for partners. I don't know. I feel like the partners in this game doesn't really do that much. So 1,000 like points for that feels a bit excessive. But let's take a look at the loadout that we got. The arm shot. Uppercut usage 300. Dives below the enemy in an instant and delivers a powerful uppercut. Will knock those it connects with high into the air, though do be aware that missing will leave you open to attack. I think that's okay, but I don't know what's gonna be able to combo with that. Ooh, tackle is very expensive. A long distance charge towards the enemy. Long setup, but makes up for it with its charge speed and ability to render enemy attacks ineffective. I really don't like attacks that, you know, knock back, knock down, dive people into the air and stuff like that, so that's kind of garbage to me. A brief jump into the air followed by a flying kick puts distance between yourself and the target upon connecting by means of a somersault. That's pretty bad. Jumps in the air, then launches a diving kick diagonally downward. The timing can be altered by holding the attack button down, and a booster can be used to dash instead. The kick will be performed immediately if used midair. Oh, that's basically what I've been doing with the end of my combo, right? I forgot what I'm using. Was it the sliding kick? That's probably pretty good then. The heel drive. Jumps into the air, use it before launching a spinning heel kick. The positioning depends on when you let go of the attack button, influenced by the attack used previously if performed in midair. That's pretty bad. The drill, we already saw that one. The battle axe, I don't like that one either. The impact rod. Charges towards the enemy and thrusts at them. Charge distance can be altered by holding the attack button, and your unit can also be controlled while doing so, allowing you to evade attacks while closing the distance. That is very slow. The speed you go towards the enemy is very slow. I don't think I like that either. The scythe. 200? This is... Oh, 700. Pretty cheap. Swings the scythe around while jumping diagonally into the air. Can damage tall targets which are grounded. The timing can be altered based on how long the attack button is held for. So I jump up. It's very situational, the scythe. The scythe is very situational. I don't think I like anything that I unlock, as crazy as that sounds. Straight punch, straight punch. Anything that I can unlock with the setup that I still currently have. If I don't, I probably need to change my setup. Lance usage. I really do not like the lance. Yeah, I really do not like that. It makes you go way too forward. So it's very hard to combo the lance, I feel. But I think I have to use the lance because there's actually a lot of stuff that unlocks with it. The wire drag is fine. I don't think I'm gonna use the scythe at all. As for anything else, I don't know. I don't know what unlocks all these other stuff. I mean, I'm probably just gonna buy the cheaper stuff for now. And see if that unlocks stuff. You know, if it unlocks like a prerequisite to something. I don't really like the arm shot though. I mean, it's kind of like a sliding kick uppercut. Just kinda okay? Need something else here. I guess let me unlock the heal drive. It's only 500. No, the heal drive doesn't unlock anything. Shame. So I guess it's not very good. I guess I'll unlock the drill. It's pretty cheap so far. 300 drill usage. I don't know how to feel about the drill. The battle axe is 700 too. Impact rod 500. Rifle usage and impact rod. I don't like the rifle. I've tried using it and I don't like it. This one is more drill usage. So I guess I'm gonna have to use the drill. Let me see. What is my loadout? What do I want my loadout to be? So right now what I'm using is actually that, right? I'm using the elbow rush. And then I use the low kick. And a straight punch. To an uppercut, jumping knee, and a beam kick. Or sorry, beam sword. Maybe I can change the beam sword into something else? The sliding kick, I'm also thinking about changing to something else too. But then again, it's still level 1, so maybe it's still okay. The spread bomb, maybe I can change to something else. That's the loadout there. Let me see. You know what? Maybe I can change the low kick into something else. Body blow is pretty nice. Spin kick is not good. The arm shot, huh? I don't need the uppercut anymore, so maybe I can change this into the arm shot. Maybe. The low kick, let me see. That's that. I don't really like the impact rod. Heal drive, I can probably change for this. Right? I don't know. Maybe the sliding kick. Okay. I'm gonna put the low kick right here. Where's the low kick? And this one is going to be... Let me see. Beam sword knocks away too far. So I gotta use something like a body blow or something that's very easy to use. Instead of the heal drive, maybe I can use the drill at the end of a finisher. Maybe I'm still gonna use the body blow. Let me see. Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay, what's my combo here? No, that's not what I wanted to do. So... Oh, okay. I gotta wait until until that guy's at the very bottom to use the low kick. Okay. Okay. Oh, the low kick doesn't help here. The low kick is pretty bad, actually. Because it... that means if I want to do a drill, I have to do a non-air combo. So the drill is useless. I feel like... Long range. Yeah, this is useless. I'm probably gonna use it on a surge dash instead or something. Does that work? I don't know. Shit. No, this combo sucks. This combo sucks. Low kick sucks here. I basically cannot use low kick there whatsoever. And this is still fine, I guess, but I don't know. I guess I'm still gonna keep using the beam sword. I really don't like it. Let's see. Straight punch. Maybe I can do lance and then... Let me try. No, I can't. Let's see. There's nothing at the lance there. Yeah, that's too far. So the lance isn't good here. Very annoying. The lance make it go too far, basically. What if I do a lance and then jumping knee? Can I still jump to him? Or is it jumping knee? Sorry, not what I wanted to do. No, it's still too far, so... Lance is very bad. It's pretty bad. I don't even know if I want to use a lance. That thing is pretty garbage. This is annoying because there's actually not a lot of stuff that you can do. Sliding kick. I kind of want sliding kick and then do, you know, like what is that thing again? The low kick to make him go back up, but I don't know. There's also the stuff that I want to level up, right? Will also cause you to descend back to ground if used in mid-air. Still not very good. Wire drag is nice, maybe. If I say use a beam sword or something, and then I can wire drag him back. Yeah, wire drag is actually pretty damn good. God. So many useless attacks. The problem with this game is that I feel like I don't want to use some of the attacks, but you're forced to use them to unlock other stuff. And I kind of don't like that. Yeah, so far that's probably my pet peeve about the game. But let me see if I can do something like this. Where's the arm thing? Arm shot, jumping knee. And then I don't know, probably at the end I'll do that heel drive, right? Wait, where's the beam sword? Oh, I messed up. I was supposed to use the beam sword here. There we go. Ah, what? I didn't want to use this. Oh, let me see. So, even though I already used the wire drag to make him close range, it still counts, like, because the delay is still there, it still counts as if he's still, you know, long range. The game is nice in some regards, but I do feel like it's a bit lacking in some regards too. Let me just get rid of that and put the dual submachine gun here then. Okay, that time I'm the one that messed up. Jumping knee is that one, so it's X on my controller. I didn't hit it? Okay, that heel drive actually did not hit. Influenced by the attack used previously performed in midair. God damn it. What? What happened? I didn't use that. Okay, I gotta mash it for that one. All right, I see. Surge dash. I guess I'm gonna keep using the dual submachine gun, or maybe the rifle, since that's really what I need to level up. Just gotta remember that to do that, I need to do something like this. Wait, where is it? Rifle is surge dash and that. Wire drag is... Which one is the wire drag again? This is gonna take a while for me to get used to again, guys. Not bad. That's jumping knee, so it's A. Alright. What? Huh? Why am I using that? I use search dash. Why am I using elbow rush? Huh? What? Huh? I'm using search dash. What the fuck is going on? So weird to me. I'm trying to use like the long range weapon with a dash, but it's not doing its thing for some reason. The reason why I don't want to put this over here is because sometimes I mash the button and it would actually do the rifle instead of the wire drag or this combo. Shit. Why did that one not connect? That heel drive is really pissing me off. Maybe I should still use the sliding kick. What? See, look at that. I'm using the rifle even though I clearly did not want to use that. What? Now the wire drag isn't doing its thing. Is it because it's close range? Okay, I guess this needs to be long range and I can use something else. Maybe like, let's say... Not an impact rod though. Maybe like a spin kick. No, not a spin kick. Probably a low kick. What? Oh my god, this is pissing me off. And I did not even want to use that. The reason why that happened was because I was pressing A and then B at the same time. Or not even at the same time. I was mashing A. And then basically what this game does is that whenever you press a button, there's a lingering trigger instead of just, you know, disabling the trigger instantly. There's a lingering trigger. That's why after I press A and then I mash it and then I press B, it uses the like force crash, even though I didn't want to use it. Okay, I'm guessing that's probably the best I can do. The sliding kick... If only there was a move where I instantly just drop down. You know, like a body stomp. That would be the perfect movement with all of these air combos that I'm doing, but I don't think there is any. At least right now. Okay. Alright, let's just do this. We're gonna still skip, of course, because this is all stuff that we already know. What? This is unread text? Current weapons that I faintly recall.
武装設定の完了を確認しました。選択機構、遠近距離センサー、オールクリア。使用武装は敵機との距離および時期の移動モードにより3種類の装備カテゴリーの中から自動的に選択されます。武装はオーバーヒートしやすいですから単一の武器を連打すると危険です。複数の武器を効率よく使い分けてください。
わかった。やってみる。
If my body really does remember all of this, I should be able to manage.
ジャマー解除されました。警告、敵ウイルスにより捕捉。いきますよ、注意。オープンコンバット。
Oh my god, Rain, that's because of you! Jeez, I can't do my full combo. Sometimes having a partner actually messes with you more than you think. Option code, what is this? I mean, I have the force, but I really don't want to use it right now.
片付いたか。
Can I still not skip? What?
さすがです、注意。手助けの必要もありませんでしたね。
正直、自分でも驚いてるよ。
This is all really strange. The unease I felt before is gone, and now I'm actually excited for that battle. After that battle, the sense of satisfaction. Yeah, I certainly do know how to fight.
私は驚きません。注意ならできると信じていましたから。とはいえ、まだ油断するのは早いです。今の戦闘で周囲の敵が我々の存在に気づいたようです。
気の休まる暇はなさそうだ。
For crying out loud, what was I thinking when I chose to become a soldier?
しかし、ここで消耗戦を延々続けるわけにもいかないな。
Besides, I kind of want to meet my real world self now. If this is the internet, I wonder what my real body is up to right now.
先ほども申し上げましたが、ここからでは敵のアンカーのおかげでログアウト不能です。
I mean, I see that there's, you know, certain parts of the monologue that are a bit more confident compared to when we were first playing.
この場で飛び起きるのは無理ってことか。
But I gotta say, the, like, skipping function in this game is a bit archaic.
幸い、ここから南方に数仮想キロ移動すれば離脱妨害の範囲から脱出できます。
ネットから出るにはそこを目指すしかないわけだな。
はい。ですから敵の手薄なところを狙って突破を。注意、警戒してください。
いつの間にこんな近くに。
すみません、敵のジャビングに気づくのが遅れました。計算通りです。
へいへいはっ切り裂けほらどうしたへいはっどうした。
Jeez, these guys died too quickly. I guess this is the first chapter after all. But I can't even do the full combo to level up, you know, all of my other loadout. My body starts to sting as soon as the tension of the battle fades away. When I take a look, I see a dent running across the surface of one of my side armor plates.
銃弾がかすったようですね。内部には貫通していないようですが。
Oh, sorry about that.
仮想で、しかも鉄の体なのに、弾を食らうと痛いんだな。
Okay, I gotta make sure to save my game.
よろしいでしょうか。
I recall the term nervous feedback. A simulacrum isn't just a robot. It's got nerves running throughout so that the pilot can maneuver it like they would their own mind. Oh, sorry, their own body.
被弾には気をつけてください。今私たちはリミッターオフでアクセスしていますから。
つまり、無制限フィードバック、手加減なし。
ええ、ここは仮想ですが、機体を破壊されれば死ぬ可能性が高いです。
She casually blurts out some really scary words.
おかげで、また一つ思い出したよ。
Under normal access, a limiter restricts your range of movement, but mitigates pain and physical shock in return. That protects your body and mind from damage online. Can I still not skip this? I know this is new dialogue, but I am not a fan of, you know, information that we already know that's not skippable, even though it is us remembering it. But when you log in with the limiter off, the stimulus becomes too much for body and mind to handle, resulting in death. Flatlining or brain death is a specter that hangs over anyone who dives into the deep end of the internet. And cyber officers make a living by risking it all.
無駄にリアルなのも考えものだ。
After I say that, I notice the remains of the enemies we just defeated by my feet.
リアルといえばこっちもか。
I step on a tiny piece and feel the distinct touch of metal beneath my feet.
さっき倒した機体にも操ってたパイロットがいたのか。
今まで当選したのは全てウイルス。背後に人の姿がありません。
そうか。
仮にシュニクラムが出てきてもためらわないでください。ためらえば今度は注意が死にます。
ああ。
行きましょう。一箇所にとどまっていると敵が集まってきます。気をつけて。右前方より敵機。
Okay. I don't know whether or not there's a lot more fights so far, to be honest.
敵機無力化しました。
You know what? During these
今度
easy
は前方
fights,
から敵が接近
I
中。
might as well just use
またか。
like the rifle, right? Oh, wait. Those water effects are kind of nice. They're pretty cool. I need to level up the rifle here, but the problem with the rifle is that it only shuts like 2 times. It's like so garbage.
敵の増援が来ます。種別が
Look at that compared to like how fast I kill them with melee, right?
一体いつまで
So
続くんだ。
stupid.
頑張ってください。注意。学園生だった頃のあなたでもいえ学園生のあなたでもこの程度の敵なら楽勝です。計算通りです。
She's talking about our like school days or something. I hear like Gakuensei. Thank you.
演習通りです。
I think that's it, right? I'm out of breath. Lungs or no lungs, my body still needs oxygen.
深呼吸してください。微弱でも感覚がある以上、体は生理現象から逃れられません。
Skip? God damn it. I slowly breathe in and out. A metal body doesn't need air, so breathing here is nothing but a mental exercise. Still, it makes me feel a lot better.
でも肺も心臓もリアルへ置き去りなはずなのに。
Yeah, this is all stuff we already know, man. I hate this.
息苦しい時は呼吸する。体に染み込んだロジックからはなかなか自由になれませんよ。
健全なる精神は健全なる肉体に宿るってか。少し違うか。
今頃あちら側ではフランス状態の注意が深呼吸しているはずです。
それにしても俺いつもこんな調子で戦っていたのか。
少々敵が多かったですね。このストラクチャーにこれほどの敵が潜んでいるとは私たちにとっても予想外でした。
When I hear that, I hit upon a couple of extremely basic questions.
そうだ。俺たちはどうしてこんなところで戦っていたんだ。相手は一体どんな奴らなんだ。
I'm kind of thinking about just muting everything, guys, until we get to an actual, you know, to an actual, like, text that we haven't seen. Because I do not like this whatsoever. So, battle voices are fine, but where's the, like, full-on voice? There we go. Because I'm gonna just skim through everything until I find new dialogue. Yeah, so she's talking about her unit. Yeah, we already know. We already know. Can we still not skip this, even though we already knew all of this? Yeah, see? This is why I feel like the skipping function of this game is a bit archaic. We already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna do the same thing. There we go. Now it's skipping. It's so weird. Now it's skipping. I don't understand why it's skipping now. Okay, it's skipping again. That's just the opening? Alright. Okay, it's not skipping now. I feel like it's so weird though, the like inconsistency of the skip function of this game. My chest is being squeezed hard. There we go. Oh my god. Literally just had to like press one button. Okay, I'm gonna not trust Rain this time. Refuse to back down and press further.
俺もレインのことを信じたいけど。
だったらお願いします。納得できなくても、今は私を信じてください。
そんな、納得できなくても信じろなんて。
お願いします。
Okay, is that thing means that we can skip it again? I guess so. That book thing means that we can skip. Bonus count. Don't really need it, I feel. Spoils of War. Rewards acquired at the bottom of the center. Spoils of War. Don't we just get, like, points? I don't think we get items in the game. Multi-kill bonus. If you defeat multiple enemies during a single combo, you'll receive a multi-kill bonus, which rewards you with extra force. If you have the bonus count plugin installed, you can see the exact amount. The multiplier increases for each enemy you defeat in a single combo, so try to count groups of weaker enemies all at once. Force Crash kill bonuses. If you defeat an enemy with a Force Crash, you'll receive a Force Crash kill bonus, which rewards you with extra force. If you have the bonus count plugin installed, blah blah blah, yeah. The amount of force you receive is calculated by the following manner. Enemy force yield times combo multiplier times multi-kill bonus multiplier. Okay. I don't even remember what fight this is. Okay, we can skip this again. I think this is the fight where we're trying to get used to our body again, so it's a skirmish with Rain. No? Okay, these guys definitely do a lot more damage for sure. There's so many of these guys. Yeah, it's I gotta just like use the beam sword again and again, I feel. Okay, that's it. Okay, keep skipping. So past this point, it's still the same. Maybe after the next chapter, it's going to be different now. Yeah, this is still the flashback arc. That's how we got our simulacrum. We're testing the simulacrum with Masa. Why is this still Rain route? I'm so confused. Huh. I wonder if the route actually... We do have a flowchart, so... Where's the flowchart? Scenario chart. There we go. So I'm guessing everything here is still going to be the same? I don't get it. I mean, I woke up at the very beginning on the awakening. And I thought that something there would have made things different, but I guess the first choice doesn't do anything. There is still the choice with Shizzle once we do meet up with the like girl. Oh wait, I can probably try to see if I can use this one. Nope. Can't be used near battle scenes. Is this a battle scene? Okay, this isn't a battle scene, so I can actually use this right now. So what they mean by battle scene is when you're using those mechs, huh? So where is this? Combo information, combo order display. Don't think I really need that. This is chapter 3. I don't even know where we are right now. The reason why I'm using more so the skip function rather than skip the next choice is because I kind of like to see where we are at rather than just skipping and then be like, oh my god, where the hell am I? This music is the Minions music, but I forgot where the hell we are. The moment I get outside of Spell's Black Simulacrum. Where am I? There's rain. God damn it. Okay, skipping. That's the end of the chapter 3. Okay, we're just gonna use the normal skip function, guys. I'm not gonna use the like skip the next choice. It kind of sucks though that we can't actually skip through the battles somewhat. Okay, this is us saving Rain in that flashback. First time meeting Gilbert. First time finding out the fact that everything got destroyed by lasers and assembler. Shinatsu's joining us for the tournament. Okay, there should be a choice right here. There we go. So I didn't choose the fighter before. And I'm gonna choose the fight this time. I'm gonna just save over here. The choice is clear. Okay. So we are actually gonna be fighting her. Interesting. Very interesting. Anything that we can develop? Anything new, I mean? No, right? Besides, we only have 700 anyway. Okay, so we're fighting Shizzle. It's not even a mind break kind of thing. That said, there's no limiter here, so I might very well die if I lose. What's worse, I'm up against a veteran soldier. Oh, a typo there. What? So you're not... I'm not gonna fight you directly? You're gonna use viruses on me? These guys are jokes. Jesus. Yeah, that beam sword, the AoE with the melee is just too good. Like, it's pretty insane how good beam sword is, even like this late into the game. It's pretty crazy. Oh, these guys are the only ones left? I guess so. Cuts your partner's damage to 25%. Bad partner. I guess you want to use this if you know, we're trying to do a full solo play. To gimp yourself. But there's no response. I can't see Shizzle anywhere in the structure.
おい、まさかログアウトしたんじゃないだろうな。
外部からの割り込みによりアボートを実行します。
アボートって、おい、ちょっと待った。
My mind gets pulled back from the internet before I can figure out what's going on. So this still happens. Man, what a cheater, this girl. This is why I actually do not like this chick. The first things I feel when I return to my body are the weight of the woman straddling me and the cold touch of the barrel she's sticking in my face. She whispers to me in a rough voice, still holding her gun in front of my face. Wow, this is still the same. Man, you'd think that after they were showing you that it's Rain Route from Chapter 2, things would be a lot different past that point, but no. Things are still moving the same way as if they're Rain's Route here. It's a... Not gonna lie, I am actually a bit disappointed the fact that this is going on. Because I thought that past Chapter 2, we were gonna be in a different, you know, like starting point already. Arc. Aki should have been working there. Not that I know, given I haven't met her in years. Should I let her know we're coming? I mean, this is probably gonna make me go into her route. I personally don't really care about Aki, so if I can get a choice for Chinatsu, I'm probably gonna try and get Chinatsu's ending. So I'm gonna choose no here. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll see her when I get there anyway. That's when a roar runs past beside the train.
Nanda!
I take a look outside the window and see a large transport aircraft flying above. And I also see a bunch of SAMs? What is SAMs? I assume the M is probably a missile. Rising in the air, heading for that aircraft.
軍用輸送機だよな、あれ。一体どことどこが戦っているんだ。
あの輸送機、CDF でも統合軍の機体でもありませんね。
じゃあ、どこかの PMC の輸送機か。
The very next moment, the aircraft releases its flares like an angel spreading its wings. One after another, the SAMs miss their mark and break apart in midair.
いよいよきな臭くなってきた。
Eventually, the aircraft loses all the SAMs and flies off towards Suzushiro ahead of us. Don't think we saw that at all in the previous route.
セーブします。よろしいでしょうか。
Wait, did that say something else?
にぎやか。 なのはいいけど
Am I on a different route?
ロードします。
No, it's still the rain route. And yes, I am going to keep skipping. Yeah, that's our first time seeing the Minions, I guess. Or, you know, Father Gregory. Yeah, talking to Ku. Once again, blah blah. Man, I'm pretty disappointed the fact that I have to skip all of this. Because as I said, I thought that, you know,
よろしいでしょうか。
past chapter 2, I was gonna be seeing new stuff. But it's all the same thing. Maybe something loot. This doesn't really matter in my opinion. Special training, I guess.
ロー
Whatever
ド
you,
します。
whatever you want, Rain.
セーブします。よろしいでしょうか。
Must be special training and we can't have anyone interrupting. We've already confirmed that this hotel is kind of isolated from the outside and thus secure. We probably won't have any unwanted visitors here. I keep my mouth shut and listen to what Rain's saying.
コウさんはアクセスポイントという概念を覚えていらっしゃいますか？
Skip. So I believe this is us fighting Rain, right? Yep. God damn it. Okay, level 3 on the wire drag there. Okay, meeting Nanoha again. Soon we're gonna be meeting Masa. This guy's gonna die. Okay. Same thing, blah blah. We're getting mind hacked, I believe, right now. Man, the beam sword is so powerful, guys. It's crazy how powerful that thing is.
こいつらに構っている暇はない。すぐに転送先教えてくれ。逃げた連中を追いかける。
ダメです。交戦中の敵の中に新たなアンカーを展開した機体がいます。
なら全機破壊すればいいんだろ。
There's one more? Is that it?
どうした？そっちで何か起こったのか？
気にしないでください。今は完全な敵に集中して。
分かった。今すぐこいつらを片付けて戻るからな。
Wow, okay, that's the first time I actually got caught by that then. I feel like in hard mode, there's definitely a lot more enemies. That's probably what makes it a bit harder, right? Because there's just so many.
たれへいはっと
Wow, slower that time.
出たはっロックへいはっ切り裂け
Man, this rifle sucks dick. I miss my dual submachine gun.
出たへいはっ切りと当たれ やった切り裂け当たれへいはっレキャップ行くぜはっ当たれ
How did that not hit?
へいへいはっ切り裂けへいほらへいへいへい切り裂け当たれ覚悟しな
Did I hit it? Aw,
あ
shame him.
へい切り裂けへい落としたはっへいやった
Man, this loadout is not very good. I mean, I already kind of knew that, but since I'm trying to level up all these jobber skills, it is what it is.
セーブします。よろしいでしょうか。
Still in range route, I'm very surprised.
あんなこともありましたね。
How am I still in range route? This doesn't make sense to me. How do I get here? How do I get to that point? This doesn't make sense. Yeah, this doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I'm actually gonna use the skip function, guys. I mean, no. No. This is gotta be what I need to do. This has gotta be a forced route selection, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be a forced route selection. There's no way I'm that far in and I'm still in range route. So I guess I gotta do Aki's route after I do Rain. I close my eyes and bring up the email menu. Aki's address. Looks like there's been no contact between us for ages. I hope this address still works. I sent a brief email to her saying we'll be visiting Ark soon. I'm sure she would love to help us out. I mean, I don't know whether or not this is gonna change a lot of things, but I feel like it should.
よろしいでしょうか。
Doesn't make sense to me, man. That we're still very, you know, deep into... Okay, see, this is new. I was gonna actually use this, but I don't see the book anymore. Our arrival is greeted by the soothing sunlight and sound of chirping birds.
セーブします。よろしいでしょうか。
Recognition, there we go. We're on green. So we're definitely on a different route.
あんなこともありました。
There we go. There we go. I find it really weird, the fact that they don't show you all of the branches. I guess they don't want to spoil you where you can choose the branches. But it's still kind of pissing me off that they do that.
ここが仮想空間か
Pure white clouds line the blue sky above an endless sea of greenery. It's a sight that feels alien after getting accustomed to Suzushiro. Buildings stand tall among the greenery, yet their presence feels natural.
ガキの頃こんな光景をホロで見たことがある気がするよそう未来都市予想図とかそんな感じで
叶えられなかった人類の夢を仮想で再現したって感じですね。
For her part, Rain's also staring at the glittering city with her eyes wide open. Looking at this all too beautiful sight makes me fully understand everything we've lost.
ようこそ
A familiar voice reaches my ears, and I turn around to see a familiar girl standing on the grass and smiling at us.
空
Wait, no, it's an NPC. One that obviously isn't Ku either. That's right, it's neither Ku nor Sora. An odd sense of affirmation hits me. One that hints towards the fact that I've seemingly tried to ignore.
こうさん
Rain's voice pulls me back down to reality. If this isn't Ku, then just what in the world am I looking at? A quick glance leads me to notice a number of identical NPCs greeting other customers and walking around.
もしかして
I take a second to check the NPC's ID. The number displayed differs from Ku's.
そうか君は量産型なんだね
はい。私はモデル S4R タイプの P165 番。アーク社の接客用 NPC です。
She answers with a smile, one that's all too similar to Ku's, before bowing and taking her leave.
こう
A nostalgic voice reaches me almost immediately after. Okay, so we meet her before we even go to the remade dorm.
こう
Turning to face the source, I'm greeted by the sight of Aki atop a small hill. This leaves me speechless for a moment. What am I meant to say here? A number of possible responses swirl around in my head.
ただいま秋音
I finally managed to mutter something that feels right.
おかえりこう
Oh, sorry about that. Aki responds in kind. Taking that as our sign, we run toward each other and clasp hands.
待っていてくれたんだね秋音
何年も
She squeezes tight, almost as if she's convinced that I'll disappear if she lets go.
もう会えないかと思ってた
ごめん秋音
バカどうしてメールの返事ぐらい
ごめんいろいろ事情があったんだよでも返事をしなかったのはどうしてなんだろう俺もよく覚えていなくて
覚えていないって注意いえコウさんは記憶障害から回復したばかりなのですあなたは
Aki finally notices that Rain is there.
はじめましてコウさんの部下の霧島レインと申します
Rain bows her head, which makes Aki panic and do the same.
ご丁寧に私西野秋はいコウさんのはとこさんお姉さん代わりの方ですねあはい私姉さん代わり
She's being very bashful for some reason in this route. She shoots me a glance in between her reply. It didn't take a psychic to realize she was curious about my relationship with Rain.
とにかくどこか落ち着ける場所はないかな積もる話もあることだし
だったら一緒に来て見せたいものがある
She flashes a smirk before dragging me along. We tread along a pathway lined with greenery. I explain the situation to Aki while Rain trails behind us slightly. She probably wants to give us some space.
そう事故に遭ったの
That's it? Okay, I was expecting her to say the last part of that sentence.
ああそれで今は鈴代市の医者に通っているんだけど
I have to admit, avoiding details related to my occupation in the Drexler Institute left a lot of holes in my explanation. I'd rather not share stories about war and cults with her, though. Then again, she'd be able to dig up all of that with ease if she put her mind to it.
とにかく無事でよかったね
Those holes are never pried into, though. She just gives me a warm smile, which comes as a huge relief.
ところで秋音は今アークで働いているんだよね
うん空間デザイナーに抜擢今やここらのエリアの責任者
そいつはすごいやじゃあここは秋音がデザインしたんだ
I stop for a moment to take in my surroundings. They're oddly nostalgic, almost as if I've walked through this exact path sometime in the past.
うん正確に言えば再構成した
再構成って
The thickets along the path catch my eye before I can finish my question. I'm reminded all too much of the path me and Masa took to and from the academy every single day. The one where we first dived.
やっと気づいた？
じゃあまさか。
I grab Aki's hand and dash off.
こうさん？
Assuming I'm right, then it's just beyond here. The one place that I can truly call home.
走っちゃ危ない。疲れる。
Let me take a look at the scenario chart once
あり
again.
ましたね。
Has the chart always been blinking green and yellow ever since we start, guys? If so, maybe that's an indication of the routes that are still, you know, interconnected. Because past this point, you can clearly see this one is only green, right? And this one is only yellow. I don't know though.
ああ、じゃあ俺の背中に捕まって。
I hoist Aki onto my back, then continue my mad dash down the path. A familiar cherry blossom tree comes into view along the way, meaning my destination is just around the corner.
キサラギ漁だ。
It's a sight I fully expected, yet one that still renders me speechless.
迷ったけど、やっぱり作ってみたくなって。
Aki plops herself back onto her feet before staring me in the eye. She wants to know if she made the right decision or not. And honestly, I can't blame her. This is a special place to us, but also one that brings back painful memories.
すごいや、アキネ。よくここまでリアルに再現できたね。
That's why I make it a point to give her the brightest smile possible.
私は再現の手助けをしただけ。
She blushes, scratches her head a bit, then takes a deep breath.
清修学園のマザーは学園の全員と常時接続されていた。だからマザーの中には学生職員から見た如月寮のデータが残っていたの。
Yeah, I already know this, Aki. You explained the exact same thing.
その残ったデータを再構成して如月寮を再現してみたわけ。
She gets tired of her saying that all at once and takes a breather. Some things never change.
でも確かマザーは灰色のクリスマスで亡くなったんじゃ。
アークの AI イブはマザーと姉妹関係。マザーの崩壊後イブがそのメモリーを継承したの。
そうか。マザーは亡くなってもそのメモリーは生き続けているんだね。
うん。
There's a hint of sadness on her face as she nods. I know how she feels. Mother literally was a parental figure of sorts to all Seishu's students. So weird. I don't know, in my mind, I can never think that an AI is something that I can have feelings toward. But then again, I guess it depends on the person. But I feel like I'm the type of person that, to my own fellow humans, I don't even have that much attachment, right? How would I have any attachment towards a living being? She had no personality and resembled us even less than NPCs, but we loved and respected her all the same. I made all too aware of that fact now that she's gone.
そうですか。ここがコウさんの住んでいた寮なんですね。
Rain praises the dorm while looking around.
まだまだ。お楽しみはこれから。
There's a mischievous glint in Aki's eye as she smacks me on the shoulder.
なんだい？まだ何か驚くようなネタが用意してあるのかい？
こう。今度は収穫に神経を集中して。
However, her suggestion prompts me to finally notice a smell of miso soup. It's no ordinary miso soup though. The smell of chives is impossible to miss.
これは。
Wait, is Nanoha already here? I forgot whether or not it took us one day to meet with Nanoha after meeting up with Aki.
行っておいで、こう。
Aki's response prompts me to open the door and dash right into the dorm. Maybe she was already here. I hear an all too familiar voice upon doing so. It's quite unkind. Simply hearing it is enough to shut my brain down for a moment.
あれアキ先輩戻ってきたんですか？
Quiet footsteps make their way closer to me. The rhythm of my heartbeat aligns with them. I almost forget to breathe once my brain registers the sight of Nanoha. A dear friend of mine, one I've known since I was a kid, but also one I haven't been in contact with since Great Christmas.
なのは
She starts running toward me, her face already drenched in tears. Then plants set face directly into the floor.
おい大丈夫かなのは
I rip my shoes off and leap over to her. She jumps back to her feet as I do so, wasting no time in latching onto me. You know, considering this scenario,
こともありましたね。
scenario's color is green, and if you think that these route colors are color coded to the girls, maybe the green route means this is Nanoha's instead of Aki.
そうかそんなに痛かったかよしよし大丈夫だからな
She continues to cling to me as she bawls her eyes out. I'm honestly on the brink of crying myself, but there's also a part of me that's worried this isn't
お
real.
前本物の菜の葉だよな
無論本物。もうシミュラクラは作らない。
Simulacra as in avatars?
セーブします。
Or AI
よろしいでしょうか？
avatars, I'm guessing? She doesn't sound too pleased, but those were the words I needed to fully accept the situation.
久しぶりだな菜の葉
コーラだよね。これって夢じゃないんだよね。
ああ仮想だけど現実だもう相変わらず泣き虫だなお前本当に変わってないなお前は
I hold her tight as she continues to cry her eyes out. Her hair smells just like it used to, like the sense of sunshine.
感動の再会中だけど、お味噌汁が。
Aki arranged the moment by making us notice the sound of an overflowing pot from the kitchen. She says while still refusing to let go of me.
はいはい仕方がないなまったく
I make my way over to the kitchen, Nanoha still clinging to me all the while. After some time spent in the living room, Nanoha appears with the pot in hand.
あれアキ先輩は？
そういえばどうしたんだろうな
Chances are she wants to give us some alone time, is what I'd say if this wasn't Aki we're talking about.
さっきはごめんね。ついつい感激しちゃって。
She sticks her tongue out to try and play it off, but it only makes her flushed face all the more noticeable. I can feel my own turning red while thinking back to the warmth of her touch.
いや俺も感激してた本当に嬉しいよまた会えて
うん、本当にそうだよね。
She nods her head, then fills up a bowl with rice for me.
ごめんね。急いでいたから簡単に作っちゃったけど。
いや菜の葉の手料理で出迎えられるなんてなんだか本当に寮へ帰ってきた気がするよ
私もなんだか懐かしいよ。こんな風にお料理できるの久しぶりだし。
そうかもしかして菜の葉もリアルじゃソイレントグリーンばっかりか
What is that?
うん。嫌な世の中だよね。
Soylent Green? I guess that's some sort of ration. Oops, this is getting a bit too depressing. I should change the subject.
しかしラッキーだったよ。菜の葉が偶然飯を作っていたなんてさ。
偶然じゃないよ。こうが来るかもしれないって。アキ先輩から電話があったから急いでダイブしてきたんだよ。
I'm trying to remember whether or not we saw her the first time we went here in the other route, because we didn't contact Aki.
じゃあこれ俺を出迎えるために用意してくれたのか？
I don't think we did. I think we met her like the day after, right? But I could be misremembering. It's been like 2 months at this point.
こうのためだけじゃなくて、マサ先輩も呼んだんだけど忙しいらしくて。
No mention of Chinatsu and Makoto, huh? I can only assume she hasn't been in contact with them then. Not like I'm one to talk though. I haven't seen either of them since Great Christmas.
でもこうが本当に来てくれるなんて驚いたし、何より嬉しくて。ずっと会えてなかったから。その服、軍服みたいだけど、もしかしてずっと軍人さんだったの？
Her question takes me by surprise. I'm not sure I have it in me to tell her I became a soldier, much less a mercenary, after making my hate for them clear as day.
そういう菜の葉はリアルじゃ何をしていたんだ？
That looks like a military uniform, really? Just looks like a coat to me, the thing that Ko is wearing, but I don't know.
ごめんね。全く連絡できなくて。
いや、それは俺も同じだから。今はどこに住んでいるんだ？
ごめんね。
She places her chopsticks down while apologizing. The tone of her voice says it all. She doesn't want to reveal her current situation to me.
ごめん。そうだよね。こうも言いづらかったら言わなくていいよ。
いや、俺こそごめんな。
いいよ。それは多分お互い様だから。
Yeah, looks like neither of us are willing to reveal what's going on with us at the moment. Judging by a glance, she's the same Nano I've always known. Looks alone can't be trusted though. Great Christmas has forced us all to change, whether we like it or not. It's hardly surprising when I think back on what's happened, yet a sad reality all the same.
変だよね。私たちで言えないことがあるなんて。
そうだな。本当に変だよな。
I mean, the reason why we're not telling her is because, I don't know, I guess we're ashamed of the fact that we're a soldier after putting so much hatred towards, you know.
なんか寂しいね。
I feel like in our case, it was kind of easy to tell that we're a soldier, yes. In Nanoha's case, I don't know what the hell she's hiding.
ああ、本当に寂しいよな。
The mood between us got much gloomier than intended thanks to that. Enough's enough though. The last thing I want is for this to ruin our reunion. Thinking that, I try to come up with a brighter topic of discussion.
ごめんね。こう。
It's no use though. Her eyes are welling up as we speak.
何を謝ってるんだよ。別に菜の葉が謝ることなんて何も。
だって私やっぱり我慢できない。
What? What did you hide from him? And just like that, the tears begin to pour. She tries her utmost to voice her feelings in spite of it.
私心配だったんだよ。こうがソラ先輩があんなことになって。
Her tears make me face the truth I've been hiding from him. Okay, so in this one, at least we got like, you know, confirmation like instantly. While in the rain route, we clearly was... well, while I don't think we were delusional, we keep like trying to escape the fact that Sora is dead. And it wasn't until, I don't know, what, chapter 11, chapter 12 that Father Gregory was the one that confronted us with it. I still don't recall anything about it myself, but Sora really is dead. That much is clear, judging by Nanoha's current state. The sensation's similar to reading someone's retelling of events that took place. You understand what took place, but feel no personal investment in it. At the same time, memories of the time I spent as a mercenary come flooding back. Is this thanks to noise treatment? Things I had forgotten are coming back to me all at once. Like that one piece of information served as the key to the door they were locked behind.
なのは
A precious friend of mine is in tears before me. Tears shed not for her own sake, but for mine. Those tears resonate with a part of me, one that I'd seemingly forgotten. All this time, Nanoha was concerned about me, about how I would cope with losing Sora.
やだな。私、泣き虫なのが治ってないよ。黙ってよと思ったのに。バカだよ。私。
She wanted to make this feel like any old reunion. That wasn't possible for her, though.
もう、なんて言っていいのかわかんないよ。もう、今更なんだけどね。あのね。
Her emotions continue to get the best of her, more so since she doesn't know how to handle the situation.
泣くんじゃなくて、こう、慰めてあげなきゃいけないのに。
I'm not very good with these sort of characters. She's always been like this. Now that I think about it, crying in my set over things I should be upset about.
変わってないな、菜の葉は。
Seeing her like this is getting to me, so I place my hand on her head.
変わったんだよ。私も強くなったと思ってたのに。
She seems a bit displeased as I pat her head.
だったらもう泣くな。鼻をすすりながら言っても説得力がないぞ。
だって。でも、不思議だよ。涙なんかもう枯れたと思ったのに、ここに戻ってきたらやたら涙が出ちゃって。
I was kind of afraid that the game might have crashed because of my PC. Because she was saying something, but the text wasn't there.
セーブします。
I'm gonna save my game once again. Certain events can devastate you so much that even crying proves to be impossible. That's exactly how I felt right after Sora's death. Just thinking about how Nono has been through that same experience pains me.
とにかく俺のことなら心配するな。もうあれから何年も過ぎた。昔の話さ。
Oh, sorry about that, Ko. It feels a bit weird to say that, but it's probably true. It is to me, at least.
菜の葉。
泣きたいわけじゃないよ。ただ勝手に出会って。
気分転換に一緒に外へ行かないか。
She really is a crybaby. Nanoha eventually settles down after we spend some time outside.
ごめんね。私泣きっぱなしで。
気にするな。仕方がないよ。
でもちょっと懐かしい。
She smiles at me while brushing what tears remain from her eyes.
昔は泣くとこうがこうやって心配してくれて、だから余計に泣き虫が治らなかったのかもね。
ガキの頃からそんな役割ができてたんだよな。お前が泣いて、俺が慰めて。
そういえば寮に入った時にも私すぐに泣いちゃったんだったね。
You did? I mean, I don't recall the flashback that I saw that. Nanoha's gaze wanders off to the past, bringing back memories of a certain evening.
そうだった。
Yeah.
そんな
Oh,
ことも
sorry about that, Go. God, you you just have that much text and then you're saying that so long. Yeah, Nanoha was sitting here potting back then.
ここにいたのか。探したんだぞ。アキネやマサも心配してお前ようだな。はあ悪かった。俺が悪かったよ。
This happened a bit after the entrance ceremony. We decided to have a little party to welcome Nanoha. Alas, she was the only one of us who could cook properly, so she ended up having to go shopping by herself. Why not join her?
ねえこうこれからお買い物に行くんだけど今日のおかず何が食べたい？ねえこう新しい水着を買ったんだけど見てくれない？
I remember this. Chinatsu played a lewd prank on me during a call with Nanoha. I did my best to play it off, but
ねえちゃんと話を聞いてる？
ほらこう目をそらしちゃダメでしょ。
man,
女の子がサービスしているのに見ないのが
Chinatsu is definitely very aggressive. What the hell?
ちなついい加減にしろ。
Unfortunately, Nanoha found out.
こう千夏先輩と何してるの？
誤解だなのは。俺はまだ何も。
そうこれは単なるアクシデントで。このバカ
Yeah, she hit my face with a shopping bag and stormed out.
なんだか本当に懐かしいな。
Chinatsu is way too forward with those sort of jokes. With the blue sky behind her, she thinks back with a smile.
きっと私千夏先輩たちに嫉妬してたんだね。私こうと暮らすことにいろいろ夢を見ちゃってたから。でもおかげでみんなと分かり合えてこういうのが今になればいい思い出ってやつなのかな。
そうか。お前も大人になったんだな。
うん。だから今なら本気で言えるよ。こうが誰かと結ばれて幸せになれるのを祈ってる。
There's a gentle tone to her claim. It's almost depressing, really.
だったらお互いそういう相手を見つけなくちゃだな。
私は無理。今は正直それどころじゃないんだ。
俺だってそれは同じさ。
こう危ないことしてない？
いや、大したことはしてないさ。菜の葉が心配するようなことはね。
そっか。なら少し安心。
She breathes a sigh of relief, then casts her eyes up to the virtual sky.
早くもっといい時代が来るといいよね。リアルでもこんな青空が見られるような。
I'm hardly in a position to dream about a positive future.
来るのかな、そんな時代。
来るよきっと。私はそう信じてるもん。
I can tell she's serious. Yeah. There's no point in lamenting what we lack right now. We're much better off believing in the future.
本当に強くなったな、お前も。
どういたしまして。
A bit too positive, Nanoha, for my liking. She flashes a smile at me, then makes her way back into the dorm. Gotta admit though, this is so well made that I could mistake it for the real thing. Just as I find myself admiring Aki's work, a figure approaches me from the door Nanoha left open. There's only one person I know with lovely blonde hair like that.
コウさん、
レイン、どうしてたんだ？
アキさんとお話ししていました。いい方ですね。
そりゃそうだよ。ちょっとぼーっとしてるところもあるけどな。
そうですね。少しエキセントリックな方ではあります。それで何かコウさんにお話があるとか。コウさんが住んでいた部屋で待ってらっしゃるそうです。
話？飽きねえか？わかった。それじゃあちょっと行ってくるよ。レインはどうしてる？
私はしばらくこの辺りをブラブラしています。アークの中を見る機会なんてなかなかありませんし。
わかった。それじゃあ後で。
I wave Rain off as I head into the dorm. I notice Saki is standing around when I enter what used to be my room. The room's furnished with a table covered in scribbles from the people who stayed here before me. On top of it is an old book passed down by them too. What's more, there's a vase on the windowsill. Inside it are artificial flowers. Another typo.
すごい。何から何まで記憶通りだ。
Overcome by nostalgia, I grab a book from the shelf.
あれ、
Yeah, no... Nothing inside, right? I remember this one. When I see it, when I open it, I see it's filled with blank pages.
ごめん。その本の中身、マザーのデータじゃ特定できなくて。
そういえば学園生の見たデータから再構成したんだったね。
It's not like I'd ever read the books on the shelf either. I put the book away and took a look around. I noticed a photo frame on the desk. A hologram pops up when I grab it, and it displays none other than Sora. Okay, we definitely did not see this, close-up CG right here in the other route. Her innocent smile sends a wave of nostalgia through me. When did I take this?
こう。
I feel Aki's hand on my back. I take that as an excuse to smile at her and place the frame back on the table.
ごめん。
She looks straight into my eyes as she says that.
何を謝ってるんだい？
こう。ここの NPC を見た？
I mean, I do think it was a bit insensitive to use her avatar as an NPC. I nod in response, knowing she's referring to the mass-produced versions of Ku.
でも、こうは嫌じゃない？
嫌とかの前に驚きだよ。
うん。おばさまが気に入ってくれて、デザイナーの創作したオリジナルよりも実在の人物を由来にした NPC の方が人気もあって。
And I assume it's also, easier to mass produce. But then again, if it's just like those sliders in like MMOs when you make a character, it's probably pretty easy to change a character's appearance or an NPC's appearance, right?
しかも悲劇の事故で失われた少女だもんな。ドラマ性だってバッチリだ。
ごめん。
いや。
I shake my head at her apology. Yeah, I shouldn't take it out on her.
こっちこそごめん。秋音に皮肉を言うつもりはなかったんだ。
皮肉ぐらいならいくらでも言って。
I like this Ko a lot more. This Ko is a lot more logical and, accept the fact, very easily compared to how he acted when we saw Father Gregory and, or accept that for the first time that Sora is dead. I felt like that was so, what's the word? It's so illogical to me.
そんなの俺が嫌だ。
Saying that, I spread myself out on the floor.
相変わらず優しいね、こう。傭兵とは思えない。
どうしてそれを？
Her statement makes me shoot right back up.
こう。私を甘く見すぎ。私、
Oh, sorry about
こ
that.
れでもアークのウィザード。
She stares me in the eye before letting out a big sigh.
心配してた。こうが傭兵になってあちこち転戦してるって聞いて。でもこうは変わってなかった。目の色も変わっていない。
I don't know, Aki. This is the current Ko. I wonder what the Ko before losing his memories was like.
そうかもしれない。今の俺は記憶としては学園生の頃のそれが再生されちゃってるし。
うん。きっと記憶がそのままでもソウルは変わってない。
雰囲気が変わってないってこと？
そう。あの子もきっとそう感じてる。
I don't know about that,
だか
Aki.
らあの子きっといい子。
I guess she's talking about Rain. She must be referring to Rain. I can only assume Aki's aware of her background.
調べたのなら分かってるだろ。俺とレインは恋人とかそんな関係じゃないんだよ。
うん。それでもいい子。
まあ確かにレインにはいろいろ助けてもらってるけどね。
I'd be living a life of solitude right now if it weren't for her. That makes me realize just how grateful I am to her. I won't deny that may just be trying to forget the pain of losing those dear to her through her dedication to me, but well, oh, what the hell? That sentence is so weird. I won't deny that may just be trying to forget the pain of losing those dear to her through her dedication to me. I feel like that could have been shortened and, a lot more better phrase than that. But well, that goes for both of us. I have the utmost faith in her, regardless of her personal motivations.
だったら今度はご飯に呼んであげないとね。
そうだね。みんなで飯食うのも楽しいだろうし。
うん、そうしよう。
I spread myself out on the floor again, but this time Aki joins me. This brings back memories. We used to take naps together like this often when we were kids.
にしてもあの子どこかで会ったことがあるような。
Yeah, we already know this.
一体どこで？
学園時代に会ったような気がするけど。
法省の学生だったらしいから、近所ですれ違ったことくらいはあるんじゃない？
She's made herself go into pondering mode. It'll be a while before she snaps out of it too. Oh well, I guess I'll stay tonight. I sent an email to Rain telling her I'll be doing so, which she replies to almost instantly. Seems like she's found a place to stay here as well. No need to worry about our real bodies when Ark's taking care of them at least. I sent another email to Rain, then closed my eyes and let myself drift off. Why not just let her stay here too? There's lots of other rooms.
そろそろ起きないと。今日は試合があるんでしょ。
Okay, different flashback. I opened my eyes to see the face of my childhood friend. And yeah, I really do have a match today. But man, am I sleepy. 5 more minutes won't hurt.
ほらほら、起きた起きた。洗濯した服は枕元に置いたからね。
ああ、ありがとう。いつもすまん。
Gotta save my game.
セーブします。
Never forget to save my game. I'm gonna probably save it over
よ
here.
ろしいでしょうか。
I'm probably just gonna use the last 10 saves of my save files, maybe. Or I don't know, maybe I can use the old save file too, since
よろしいでしょうか。
I would want to keep reusing my, New Game Plus files, right? Technically.
感謝するなら早く起きてね。ご飯の用意できてるからね。
Nanoha hurriedly walks out.
さあ、マサ先輩も早く起きて。
Man, she doesn't get a moment's rest, does she? I mean, of course she doesn't. Cooking, laundry, cleaning. She does everything the rest of us can't be bothered with. I do this quite often too.
本当にいい子。大助かり。
なのはいいですけれど、ひょっとして毎朝こんな調子なんですか？
可愛い後輩の女の子が起こしてくれるのって嬉しくって。
なんて正直な須藤マサ。門倉子、あなたもそうなのかしら？
否定できない。
大変だわ。
Yeah, I actually agree with you for once, Sora. As Sora sighs, Makoto walks in with a pot in her hands.
おはよう、まず。
おはよう。ってお鍋持ったままお辞儀しなくていいから。あれ、今朝の当番は誠ちゃんだっけ？
私、やろう思ったけど、なのはちゃん言ってた。誠ちゃんと二人でやったんだよね。
Nanoha walks in with a rice cooker.
ちょっとみんな、いくらなんでも菜の葉ちゃんに頼りすぎなんじゃないの？
I mean, as long as she's okay with it, I don't see the problem there, Sora.
そんなことないですよ。今朝もたまたま目が早く覚めちゃって。
まあ、あなたがいいならそれでいいんだけど。
Exactly. It's her choice in the end. If she is really bothered by it, she could always say so. And we could always help out.
菜の葉ちゃん、理系クラスで勉強だって大変なのに。
それは大丈夫ですから気にしないでください。ところで千夏先輩は？
Suddenly, Chinatsu's voice rings out from the bathroom. Speak of the devil.
ごめん、シャンプーが切れちゃった。ねえ、こう、ちょっと持ってきてくんない？こう？
俺はまだ何もリアクションしてねえ。だったら俺が持っていこうか。
もう、こうもマサも座ってなさい。私が持っていくから。
She runs out to the hallway.
惜しかったね、こう。
惜しくねえって。
ほらもう、こうはさっさとご飯食べて。
ああ、そうだな。さっさと食って準備しないと。
It's kind of funny that they're actually bickering in the background.
試合頑張ってくさい。
ああ、ありがとう誠ちゃん。
今日は応援には行けないけど、晩ご飯用意して待ってるから。
おお、サンキュー菜の葉。
ニラニラ炒め大盛りでいいよね。
あのな、せめてレバニラに。
Yeah, where's the protein?
ほら、こう起きて。風邪をひいちゃうよ。
I found myself waking up to the sensation of Nanoha shaking me about.
俺まだ夢を見ているのか。
もう寝ぼけちゃって。
She pinches my cheeks with a smile. It doesn't hurt much, but it's all I need to know that I'm not in the middle of a flashback.
ほら、ご飯作ったから食べよう。アキ先輩がじれて待ってるよ。
I still don't understand how the fact that when we're eating online, we actually get full, you know, in our physical bodies. Doesn't make sense to me.
ああ、わかった。わかったから手を引っ張らないで。
Because, you know, unlike sexual desires or whatever mental things that we're thinking in our brain, when you're not having food physically, you're gonna die. I get myself up off the floor with Nanoha's help, then make my way to the living room.
いただきます。
The three of us dig into our somewhat late lunch. Our meal consists of rice, miso soup, and grilled fish, with some cold tofu topped with spinach on the side. A traditional family meal if there ever was one. More like a Japanese meal.
なんだか昔に戻った気分。
Aki pours her miso soup onto her rice and mixes it all up with a smile.
ああ、その食べっぷりを見ていると俺もそんな気がしてくるよ。
I don't like my rice mushy, so I prefer to keep them separate.
ここはいいよね。ご飯が美味しくて。サンマもお豆腐もリアルじゃ何年も食べてないよ。
鈴代市は食料事情が最悪だからな。
鈴代市は口にするものがあるだけまだマシだよ。お隣の国なんて大変なことになってるらしいよ。あっちはナノを使った合成食料が認可されていないから。
なのか。普段まともな食事はできてるのか。さりげなく鈴代市のことを話してたけど、もしかして実態は鈴代にいるのか。
ごめんください。
Oh, sorry about that. She wasn't done. Rain's voice calls out to us from the entrance.
こう言ってあげて。
ああ。
I'd rather press Nanoha for an answer, but I make my way to the entrance regardless. I can see Rain's silhouette through the door.
おーい、鍵はかかってないから入ってこいよ。
はい。ではお邪魔します。
Yeah, she's gonna think that this is an automated door. Her silhouette smashes right into the door, causing a huge bang.
何今の音。
Said noise causes Nanoha and Aki to rush over in a panic.
なんとなく予想はつくけれど。
ああ、みんな一度はやるんだよな。
I let her aside before opening the door. Rain's kneeling outside, both hands on her head.
大丈夫か。なんだかすごい音がしたんだけど。
ご心配なく。それよりこの扉故障しているのでは。
昨日は俺の後ろからついてきてたもんな。
ここは手動式。気をつけて。
失礼。それは気づきませんで。
怪我はしませんでした？
ええ、ご心配なく。
She is doing her best to hide the pain, but I can see the tears in her eyes. Not to mention her nose is bright red. It's a funny scene, but also one that brings back memories. Sora did the exact same the first time she came here. Now that I think about it, so weird to not have the exact same thing in that sentence.
マコちゃん、この扉壊れてるよ。お姉ちゃん、扉手動式。大丈夫でした？
What was manual Shudoshiki?
気にしない。これ 通過儀礼みたいなもの。
There's a hint of sadness in their smile. They probably remembered the same thing I did.
私まだ何か失敗を続けているのでしょうか。
Obviously, there was no way for her to know what's going on. She looks calm and composed, but the tone of her chant says otherwise.
心配するな。みんな昔の出来事を懐かしんでるだけだ。
そうですか。
She breathes a sigh of relief before reverting to her usual kind smile.
おうおう、見つめ合っていないで上がってもらったら。こうのお友達なんでしょ。
ああ、菜の葉、紹介するよ。彼女は俺の同僚の霧島レイン。
そうなんだ。同僚さんなんだ。
若草菜の葉さんですね。こうさんからいつもお話は伺っています。
She offers her hand out to Nanoha.
はい、どうも。
Nanoha responds by shaking it, albeit somewhat timidly.
それにさっきは別に見つめ合ってたわけじゃない。
Chants are a military tool, so I can't exactly tell her we were using that. Otherwise, she'd start doubting me.
何？
なんでもない。とにかく上がれよ、レイン。
Really? Only people in the military can do chants? First time I've heard of it. I thought everyone can actually use that.
いえ、せっかくですが、そろそろリアルに戻らないといけませんので、こうさん、そろそろ先生のところに行く時間ですよ。
え？まだちょっと早いんじゃないのか？
梅内議員が急遽街頭で政治集会を開くそうです。噂では何やら重大な告発をするそうです。
Oh, this is the death of Yoniuchi. So he's still gonna die. She sends me the location of the rally while addressing me.
この場所ならノイのところに行くついでに寄れそうだな。
ただ急がねば集会が始まってしまいます。
ああ、そうか。もうこんな時間か。のんびりしすぎて勘違いをしていた。
ええ、先生は時間厳守。診察時間に遅れると大変ですから。
そんなわけで今日は失礼するよ。じゃあ、菜の葉、あきね、また来るから。菜の葉？
こう、あまり菜の葉を嫉妬させちゃダメ。違います。私はただもう行っちゃうのかって思ってただけで。
大丈夫ですよ、菜の葉さん。
Rain flashes her a smile as if to try and help soothe her.
またこうさんは遊びに来ますから。焦らなくてもまだ時間はたっぷりあります。
いえ、私は別に。
数年ぶりに再会できたのですから、もっと一緒にいたい気持ちはわかります。私もできればそうさせてあげたいのですが。
俺も約束するよ。今度は泊まりに来るからさ。
She finally nods in consent, though she still looks as sad as ever.
じゃあ二人ともまた来るから。
うん。いってらっしゃい。気をつけて、こう。
Just as we're about to leave,
レインさん。
Nanoha stops us.
今度はよかったらご飯を食べに来てください。大したごちそうは用意できませんけど。ええ、ぜひ。
A wave of relief seems to wash over Nanoha in response to Rain's smile.
よかった。じゃあお刺身用意して待ってますね。
楽しみにしておりますから。
Rain forces a smile, then takes her leave along with me. Could have just been, honest about the fact that you don't want any raw stuff, Rain. We make our way to the slums after logging out. The air is as stagnant as always. The unsightly state of this place stands out even more after being in Arval City.
いかがでした？アーバルシティでの休息は。
ああ、悪くなかった。正直通いたい気分だよ。
ならばぜひそうしましょう。あの方たちもそうしてほしいでしょうし。
そうしようと言いたいところだけどな。まだ俺の戦いは終わってない。
意地ですね。
意地というより脅迫観念だな。理由も忘れちまってるのにドレクセラの連中を追わなくちゃってのだけが残ってる。
ならばなおさら休息が必要なのでしょう。
I mean, the fact that we already know that Sora is dead, come on, girl. We were trying to avenge our lover. She flashes a smile at me.
こんな穏やかな顔の注意を見るのは久しぶり。いえ、あのクリスマス以来初めてのような気がします。
そうかもな。アキネイやナノカに会って心底ほっとした気分だ。なのに俺はみんなと会うのを避けていた。
会いづらいと言ってたのは覚えています。こんな仕事をしている自分を見られたくないと思う。
I mean, it'll probably make them sad, I guess, if they knew the only reason why we're still living is probably to pursue revenge.
つまらないこだわりだったみたいだ。
No, I don't think so, Ko.
注意は考えすぎなんですよ。
She says her piece with a smile. Talk about a reliable partner. It only took a few days after losing my memory to realize just how trustworthy she is.
しかしそういうレインも顔つきが穏やかだ。アーバルシティが相当気に入ったみたいだな。
I feel like Ko, before losing his memories, actually was a lot more, you know, like, dedicated to the cause. Or, like he said, was more obsessed with trying to find Drexler and killing them. Then yeah, just being able to enjoy little stuff like this.
私も休息が必要だったのでしょうね。
Just then, a rather gallant tune starts to play.
なんとも古めかしい文化だな。
反 AI 派の政治集会にはつきものの曲ですね。ほら、集会が見えてきました。
Can we skip this? A crowd has already gathered in front of us. Their eyes are set on Yoniuchi, who thrusts his fist in the air while delivering a speech.
仮想に依存しすぎた社会は紛れもなく有害です。
He addresses the crowd passionately. I can see a bunch of other counselors standing behind him. What's more, he's surrounded by a number of fully equipped bodyguards.
やたらと警戒厳重だな。一体ヨネウチはここで何を言い出すつもりなんだ。
ミッドスパイアから出て演説をするということは現体制に好ましくない内容なのかもしれませんね。
噂通りだとすればドミニオンやドレクスラー機関と癒着した政治家の告発かな。
残念なことに我がシティ議会は現実軽視主義者エイリアニストに牛耳られてしまっているのが現状なのです。彼らは現実を軽視するがゆえに現実に無責任であり、例えばナノ物質の危険性にも便利だからいいではないかと耳を塞ぎ、彼らはあのドレクスラー機関研究所の教訓、制御不能のテクノロジーがもたらした大惨事から何ら教訓を学んでいないのです。
His words are met with a sea of both cheers and jeers.
しかしなんだかんだと言って仮想を糾弾しつつも、あの男電脳を相当強化しているみたいだな。
He's barely hiding the handheld controller in his hand. Sorry about that. At the cuff. There's a wire connected to the jack on his arm. Looks like he's keeping an eye on relevant data while delivering his speech.
政治にあたっては情報戦は必須ですからね。出世と地位の保全のためには理想と折り合っていかねばならないでしょう。
主張と現実、矛盾はやむなしか。それはいいけど、ちゃんとネットの方もガードしているんだろうな。
More like just hypocrites, Go. The controller of his is way too old to be secure.
アイスがくまなく貼られているようですね。電脳化されたボディーガードも周辺にいますし、何かあれば気づくはずです。
I notice that Yoniuchi is about to reach his main point once me and Rain are done talking.
我々は一時的な貧しさを恐れずに AI 依存症となった世界の主導権を人間の手に取り戻さねばなりません。
The crowd erupts in cheers. He waves at them with a smile in response. That smile only lasts a moment, though. He takes a look around the crowd.
私は議会に救うエイリアニストたち、彼らの重要なスキャンダルを握っております。
His remark is so wild that it causes the crowd to quiet down in an instant.
ついに始めやがったな。
この調子では具体的な議員の名前も把握していそうですね。おそらくエディとは別口の情報も持っているのでしょう。
Both of us wait for his follow-up with bated breath.
このスキャンダル、彼らは隠蔽できないでしょう。 彼らこと、アナン市長に司法の手が及ぶのもさほど遠く。
Alright, die. Counselor's speech cuts off all of a sudden. Yeah, just die. The audience silently awaits his next word, but it remains silent for some strange reason. 5 seconds, 10, the counselor is simply staring blankly at the sky. Rain closes her eyes to check something, and the very next moment, the counselor starts wailing on the podium.
やめろ、やめてくれ。あ、俺の頭をいじるんじゃ。
He starts scratching his head like he's gone insane. He staggers a few steps forward, squirming the entire time. The counselor collapses on stage, and the crowd breaks out into loud screams and roars. Smoke begins to slowly leak out of his arm.
やられた。マインドハックか。
間違いありません。口封じが消されてしまったようです。
I can't believe we can't, like, skip this. Damn, yo! I'm not gonna voice act this. I'm gonna mute the game again till we reach a point where it's new stuff. Yeah, hot dogger, blah, blah, blah. We already know this was Gilbert. Yeah, and everyone's riding, right? Yeah, we already saw this too. Heck, we just saw this when we, you know, like was skipping through Rain's route up to chapter 6. Let me save my game too.
セーブします。よろしいでしょうか。
Yeah, we're gonna go after Gilbert. So this is probably gonna be the same. And then we're gonna see Rain being, like, you know, being done in again by those guys. Because they're throwing rocks, I think. Crush repair option, force crush repair. I don't know what that is, but that seems to be good. So I will take that. Enemy selection, select which enemy unit you face in practice mode. In practice mode? That's useless. What? New tutorial. Heat gauge decreases rate. Decrease rates.
バトルシステムを開設します。
The heat gauge will eventually decrease after a certain amount of time has passed. However, the rate at which it decreases will change depending on your movement. Moving around will reduce the rate slightly, while performing a boost dash will reduce it significantly. Okay, I didn't know that. Performing a boost dash will reduce it significantly, so I'm actually supposed to boost dash while I'm doing that, huh? On the other hand, remaining still will allow it to decrease. Oh, okay. So it's better to just stand still. Escaping to a safe spot and allowing it to decrease there is recommended. The gauge will not decrease while receiving an attack. I see. This can prove fatal as a higher gauge means more damage. The gauge will decrease when knocked down, however. Therefore, you may wish to avoid knocking the enemy down during a combo. I see. Alright, we already know this is the Gilbert fight, so... Heck, I already did this in the other chapter, technically. Yeah. So this is all, like, old stuff. There's so many enemies, yeah, on hard mode.
落としたへいはっ落としたへい撃破へいはっ振り裂けへい当たれへいおら
Jeez.
はっやった
I really hate the rifle. Okay, the wire drag is maxed out. Alright. Okay, we got all of them there. Nice. Nice. You got it here too. That's very good.
当たれへいはっ増援かそうかへいはっダメか振り裂けへいはっ振り裂けへいやったへいと落としたよし当たれへいはっとどこを見ている
Wait. Okay, I guess this actually counts as a new fight because I don't have a record for this one. Since, you know, this is the green route, right, technically. But it's the same fight. At least I feel like this is the same fight. Yeah, see? It's the same fight. It's with Gilbert too. Oh, these black ones are new though.
よろしいでしょうか。
Oh, what? Oh my god, that's a load? Fucking hell. I thought that was a save. Oh god, I'll see you guys after I got back to that point. So annoying. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys.
へいはっ振り裂け
Okay, come over here, you bastards.
落とした
Okay, where is that guy? There we go. That guy is very tanky, yeah.
はっ見て当たれへいほら覚悟しな
Okay. Come on, jump over here. Nice. There you go. That's actually pretty good because that actually hits most of them.
いたろ出たはっへいへい当たれ はっ振り裂け撃破
Jesus.
へいはっ振り裂けへい当たれ落とした
Okay, just wait until I actually melee you, bastard.
へいはっ振り裂けてへい当たれ
It did a decent amount, I guess, my
へい
like melee attacks.
へいはっ振り裂けへい
Ah, shit.
へいへいへい当たれ
Oh, my combo is so bad.
当たれはっ
This guy might actually beat me.
へいはっ振り裂けへい当たれへい
Ah, that is so bad. I don't have the force crash. Oh. Okay, I have the force crash now.
当たれへいはっ振り裂けへい当たれダメか覚悟しな
Okay, I think we got him. Oh, that guy was pretty tough, the Shadow Gale. Okay, I gotta save this time.
セーブします。よろしいでしょうか。
Okay, let me do more voices. Because this seems to be pretty new, maybe?
申し訳ありませんが、サポートを中断します。なるべく早くログアウトしてください。
I actually don't think this is new though still. It's a different fight, but maybe that mostly has to do with with the fact that I'm on hard mode instead of a new route.
分かった、待ってろ。今すぐそっちに向かうから。
What the hell happened to her? Just as I try to log out, the custom unit makes its way back.
こんな時にどういうつもりだ。
I get him in my crosshairs.
まさかと思っていたが。
Yeah, this is still the same. Shut up, Gilbert. I think it really is because I was on hard mode instead of that. You know, because of the fact that we're on a new route. Yeah. We already know. He was the one that we fought in the very first chapter. He set up the trap. Okay, we're fighting these again.
どこを見つろ。捕らえた。へいはっ。指先。
I need more AoEs, man. That's what I need. I feel like the beam sword is just not enough. Like, these guys are very tanky now with hard mode and stuff. Damn, that wire drag didn't hit. Okay, I think that's the last of it. I can't wait to get rid of rifle because this thing sucks dick. Alright, we're gonna see Rain being chucked by stones again. Okay, let me save my game though. Oh, what the hell? Okay, this is new. She didn't actually get hurt this time. Okay. Remember, last time when we were doing this in her chapter, she got hurt because she didn't want to hurt those guys. Just then, the sound of VTOLs rings throughout the city. I'm guessing because we're actually a lot more like less emotional with Rain, or we basically don't really rely on Rain that much, right? Well, I don't know. I don't know what causes her to actually attack those guys. Because as I said, in the original route, it doesn't make sense that Rain was taking the damage instead of, you know, instead of doing what she did. So I don't know why, what changes. I mean, for sure, the thing that changes is her mindset, but what made her change, right? Saying that, we begin to dash through the slums. VTOLs are flying above us like hornets, blaring warnings like that one. I simultaneously hear gunshots and an uncomfortable silence. Did I save my game? I don't think I have.
よろしいでしょうか。
Suddenly, footsteps resound through the streets. This is where we meet up with Shinatsu. The panicking riders rush towards us.
ノイ先生の診療所で落ち合いましょう。
The crowd splits us apart the moment she shouts to me. I'm caught in an endless sea of people. Unable to fight back, they push me through the city.
レインこいつら
I can't see her anywhere. I only see the faces and backs of scared people. I step on something soft, and it makes a chill go down my spine. Falling here would mean getting trampled. Doing my best to keep standing, I swim through the wave of people. Once out of it, I take a deep breath of the cleaner air. The tsunami passes, but I still see panicking people scattered about. Some are lying down in the road too.
レイン無事か
ええ、なんとか診療所にはたどり着けそうです。
Seems like she managed to escape. I breathe a sigh of relief, then begin to make my way there, taking care not to step on anyone along the way. I run into someone. It scares me and I quickly brace myself. But then I'm filled by another kind of surprise. The woman before me makes me lose my words. She also opens her eyes wide. She's wearing a long coat. Her face is fair, and there's a long ponytail trailing behind her.
千夏
Her name escapes my mouth. She stares at me dumbfounded as her mouth shivers.
千夏なんだろ俺だよ俺門倉こうだよ
My heart is filled with joy. I actually met her again. I walk up to put my hand on her shoulder.
もちろん覚えているよ。
She dodges my hand. It almost feels like she hates me.
すまんつい
久しぶりだね。私も嬉しいよ。
She looks at her fingernails and talks in a flat voice, as if trying to hide her emotion.
嬉しいけど、今はのんきにおしゃべりしてる場合じゃないよ。
She nods her head upwards. That's her way of pointing out the CDF's VTOLs hovering about.
警告武装解除しなさい重機を装備している者は無警告で射殺します
Gunshots, followed by explosions and screams a few blocks down.
押しちゃいられない逃げるぞ千夏
Oh wow, we're very forceful in this route. Shinatsu shakes me off the moment I grab her arm and try to run.
千夏
Did we actually do this too in the other route? I don't think we actually did. We were too beta in the other route, I feel.
腕を引かれなくたって走れるよ。さあ、逃げないと死ぬよ。
Saying that, Shinatsu dashes off. There's no time for thinking, so I follow her lead and start sprinting. Did we follow her? Funnily enough, we end up outside Noi's clinic while running around.
待った千夏俺の目的地はここなんだ
She stops after taking a few more steps, then takes a quick glance at me. This isn't exactly the ideal distance for a conversation. It doesn't seem like she's going to move, so I make a point to approach her myself.
暴動もここまでは及んでいないようだな
そうだね。
Her ponytail dances in the wind, just like it always would back then. And yet, there's something inherently different about her. She was always all smiles, yet now she looks so gloomy.
それにしても久しぶりだな千夏元気だったか
一応はね。
しかし鈴代市にいたとはな今はここで暮らしているのか
まあね。
Her answers are short and to the point. She refuses to look me in the eye too. It's obvious that she's trying to avoid me. My joy over meeting her again begins to fade away.
千夏
With the conversation going nowhere, she tries to take her leave.
待てよ千夏久しぶりに会ったんだ話をしていかないか
ごめん。私今忙しいんだ。
じゃあ俺の今の連絡先だけでも受け取ってくれそれぐらいは構わないだろ
もちろん。
She's smiling again. I send her my contact information and receive an unfamiliar one in turn.
これって千夏の連絡先か
私忙しいからなかなか繋がらないと思うけど。
I can't help but breathe a sigh of relief in response. She might just be acting polite, but at least it doesn't seem like she wants nothing to do with me.
じゃあね、こう。
She takes her leave without facing me properly. All I can do is stand still and watch her disappear into the distance. Did something happen to push us apart? I try to think back, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe there is something though. I've just forgotten about it. There's still so much that I need to remember. Okay. I guess this actually is a pretty good spot for me to end the episode though.
セーブします。よろし
So,
いでしょうか。
in terms of new route stuff, we actually do not know. Okay, it is Nanoha's route, as you see there, instead of Aki's route. Because as I said, maybe it is color-coded, the fact that yellow is Rain, and then green is Nanoha, and then maybe like blue is Aki, and then red is gonna be Chinatsu. It's so stupid. But yeah, as I said, this chapter or this episode did not really go through too much stuff or too much new stuff, since we were trying to find the branches and how to get to other routes. But I am enjoying it a lot more because it seems that Ko is a lot more different in this route. He's a lot more like forward. He's a lot more aggressive. He's a lot more... He's thinking a lot more, basically. And I kind of like that. But in terms of what we know so far, there's really no difference, right? I guess the main thing about the route or about the main story is not going to be all that different. Yoniuchi will always die in all the routes, and then we're always going to be going after Anon. I think that's always going to happen. But what happens after that might be a whole different story, right? Maybe in this one, we're also not going to be dealing with Father Gregory all that much, since we don't have the mental anguish we felt when we were doing Rain's route. But okay, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This is, it's been a while since I recorded an episode, and I'm actually, I'm glad to be back, guys. I really do like recording these episodes. And yeah. Throughout the past week, I've just been mostly watching streams and stuff about, Suikoden 1 and 2. I finished like watching Suikoden 2, and that was actually a really good game. It's kind of a shame that back when I was younger, I only ever finished Suikoden 1. And while I thought it was a decent game, it was nothing spectacular. But Suikoden 2, after watching like Odd One play it, I'm like, holy shit, this game is pretty damn good. The story, the gameplay is a bit meh, typical JRPG stuff, but the story was very, very well done. Gotta say. For a PS1 JRPG, that is amazing. But okay, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. Though, yeah, this game isn't really about all the uncensored stuff. Mostly, maybe you're gonna see like 2 8-sins at the end if it's just like a Rain's route. And also for people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's going to be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Okay, I'm going to go edit out this episode and I will be watching some more 100 Line. That's like that new game from the Danganronpa and like Zero Escape creators.